City of Romulus Board of Zoning Appeals, excuse me, regular meeting agenda, Wednesday, October 1st, 2025 will come to order. All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next, we'll do roll call vote. Mr. Gabois?
Here.
Mr. Green?
Here.
Mr. Lloyd?
Here.
Mr. Chandler?
Here.
And chair votes are here. Frederick here. Forget this. Number 3 on the agenda is approval of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion by Mr. Lloyd,
Second.
second by Mr. Green. We will vote. Mr. Lloyd?
Yes.
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Gabois?
Yes.
Mr. Chandler?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Agenda is approved. Number 4 is approval of the minutes of the Board of Zoning Appeals regular meeting held on August 6, 2025.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
motion to approve the minutes of the meeting held on August 5th, or August 6th, 2025.
Second?
All righty. So approval of the minutes, we'll take a roll call vote. Mr. Chandler?
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd?
Yes.
Mr. Gabois?
Yes.
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Approval of the minutes of the August 6, 2025 meeting. All right. Item number 5 is old business. Carol, do we have any old business?
This evening.
All right.
Just old people.
No, I don't see
I
any.
second that.
Thank you, Carol. Number 6 on the agenda is new business. New business is A, BZA-2025-006 Royal Village entrance sign, location at 28261 Van Born Road. The DP number is 80-0001-99-0013-000. Applicant is Rachel Vera, Property Management, and the request is for a variance from Chapter 48, Signs of the City of Romulus Code and of Ordinances, Section 48-7. Specific requirements by type of sign to increase the allowable height of an entranceway sign from 4 feet to 7.5 feet. Project Mobile Home Park. If the petitioner would care to present, please. Or give your name and address, please. Thank you.
My name is Matthew Stein. I'm with Signscapes for the contractor, working on the sign for Royal Village. My address, 7411 Old Mill Road, Bluefield Hills, Michigan. Good evening. Thank you for entertaining our request this afternoon or this evening. The request is for a new entrance sign for Royal Village. The reason we are requesting a variance is to increase the height of the sign, largely due to 2 factors. One is the existing structure that is on the property. There's a ground-mounted utility cabinet there that would exceed the height and impede the visibility of our sign. It's also situated on Van Born Road, a major thoroughfare, which would, in our opinion, require a larger sign for visibility purposes so passersby motorists can safely and easily see the sign and enter the community if that is their final destination. In addition to improving the streetscape, it's an eloquently designed sign, nice posts, very nice finished bases, certainly an improvement over, I think, a sign that has been there for quite some time to enhance the appeal of the property and the community.
All right, thank you. Is that all you have at this point?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I guess we'll open it up to anybody from the public who wants to speak on this. Seeing nobody, I'll open up questioning to the board members. Mr. Gabois, do you have any questions, sir?
There's just some right-of-way stuff that was mentioned that I was reading about, making sure that things were able to meet the criterias of the rule. don't really have any questions. I mean, this thing's not gonna be a big lit up sign, right? It's gonna kind of replace the sign that's there, and it's just like a marquee sign? What kind of sign is it?
Correct. We would call it a post and panel, so it's an aluminum composite panel installed into a vinyl frame system. There's no electronics, no lighting with it. It's a non-illuminated ground sign.
No lighting? That's it.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Green, do you have any questions about that?
No, I just like the documents that you submitted, you know, given the dimensions and whatnot of the sign. And, you know, making sure it's, you know, 42 inches into the ground and, you know, hitting the frost line and stuff like that.
Yes, definitely.
All right, thank you, Mr. Green. Mr. Lloyd, do you have any questions?
Just a quick question. Are you going to replace the existing sign? Is the existing sign coming down and the sign is going up?
Yes, the plan is the existing sign will be removed.
Thank you. No other questions.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lloyd. I guess through the chair. So the utility box that's there, is that like AT&T or somebody?
You know, I don't know. It's a good question, but I'm not sure.
Could be cable. So I guess that's the only question I had on that. I was curious about that all along. I have no other questions, I suppose. Carol, do you have anything you want to add?
No, not really. Did you guys get a chance to get out there and see it?
Yeah.
When you look at things on, you know, when we start off and that cabinet there, there's a little bit more overpowering than you initially thought. The picture that we had that's in your letter kind of shows the sign and that right behind it, but it's definitely there. So getting it up a couple feet higher, I think will definitely meet the intent and, you know, definitely could qualify for a variance.
Yeah, that cabinet tends to eat up a lot of the existing sign that's
Sure
there.
does.
And I think that a bigger sign would look a little bit better, and that's designed really nice.
All right, thank you, Carol.
I have a quick question.
Yes, sir?
How old is that sign that's, the original sign that's there? Because I can remember seeing that many, many years ago. That's been there for a long time.
Good question.
Whoever built that built it very well.
Yes, they did.
For the-
I do not know the age of the
for the
existing
times.
sign, but I can assure you we would erect one
No,
that
I'm
would
just-
stand the test of time, yes.
It is a good question, because we always do backup to see what's in the file under that address. And our electronic system goes back as far as 99, and there was no sign permit in there. There was also no sign permit in the paper file. So it might have been there a while. It has been there a
I know,
while, let's
it
just
has
put it
been.
that way.
That could be original.
But anyway, thank you.
Yep.
All right, thank you. If there's any more questions, I guess a motion is in order.
Motion to approve BZA-2025-006 Royal Village entrance sign, variance from Chapter 48, signs of City of Romulus Code of Ordinances, Section 48-7, to increase the allowable height of the entranceway sign from 4 feet to 7.5 feet, as long as the recommendations are met by the Director of Building and Planning, which include up to 32 square feet allowed. The location of the new sign shall be approved by the Building and Safety Department. Landscaping shall be added around the posts of the sign as approved by the city. And permits must be applied for, approved, and received from the Building Department, and all inspections must be approved.
Motion second?
Yes, sir. All right, Mr. Green, second. All righty. Roll call vote is in order then. Mr. Lloyd?
Yes.
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Chandler?
Yes,
Mr. Gabois?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. And good luck with your project.
Thank you very much for your time. Have a good evening.
You too. All right. So, second order of new business is BZA-2025-007, Mr. Tire and Brakes. Location 6363 Middle Belt. DP number is 80-002-0004-0003. Applicant is Hussein Khalil. Did I do that right? Good. Mr. Tire and Carolyn Aratano, property owner. I was going to get that. use variance in accordance with section 22 .03 powers and duties. D, use variances of the City of Romulus zoning ordinance to utilize the property as a tire and brake shop. The property is zoned C2, general business, where vehicle-related uses are prohibited. The project is auto repair and tire service. The petitioner would like to
I have,
present yourself, please.
I have,
Give your name and address, please.
I'm sorry?
A name and address for the record, please.
My name and address,
Yes, please.
Carolyn Hurtado, 37855 Westvale, Romulus. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I have some papers. Did you get my address, or do you want me to do that again?
Could you repeat that, please, just for the record?
Sure. It's 37855 Westvale, Romulus, 48174. I have some papers that I'd like to give to you to show you our issue. It's a major issue, is the parking. The property is only 66 feet across. There's 6 feet on the north side of the building, and there's 20 feet to pull in, park, and pull out, which my truck measures 8 feet across, and 20 feet with parking wouldn't help. Can I give you these pages?
Yep, you can accept them.
Yes, please. You can give them to Carol, it's shorter distance right there.
Yeah.
Here, I'll pass them out.
It, the parking is a major issue.
Oh, thank you.
With it being something like, it used to be C3, but it was vacant, so it lost its C3. The building was built with the idea of tires and automotive. We're not really looking to do automotive, he's just looking to do tires and brakes. And in the back of the building, that would be, you could turn around, and in the front of the building is where they're gonna do the work. So the noise factor isn't really a factor. There's 2 brick walls. There's 2 brick walls in the front for the residents. The building is presently empty, and it's been empty for a long time. I've had several people look at this building, but nobody's interested in it because of the parking. That was before they put the fence up. Now, my neighbor just put a fence up, which I did tell the present applicant about this fence, just in case he didn't want the property because of that, but his work is going to be mainly inside of the building, and the cars and customers are going to be in the building to do the work. On the 2 front bays, the back of the building is for storing his tires. But it's a major problem. Measuring my truck, which I have an F-150 2018, if you go down the driveway, so to speak, and if there's cars parked on the side, you can't have cars going in, out, and parked. It's a true hardship on this building. The back of the building, the employees can either park in the back of the building or in the back of the there's a big bay in the back where they're gonna store the tires, but they can also park in there. It's big enough for that. He really only is gonna have, I think, 3 people working there, but with the idea that customers can come into the building and bring their vehicles, parking won't be as big of an issue, but it'll be a major issue for C2. For like retail, I mean, you can't park in front of the building because there's only, actually it's 9 feet. The front of the building is 9 feet 10 inches because the rest of the is for the county. The county owns it, so I don't know, you can't park there, really. But the neighbor originally, from the very beginning, was gonna sell me 15 feet of his property. And he was, all on board with selling me 15 feet of his property, saying we were gonna work together, we're neighbors. And, he would be reasonable, so I offered him 25, 30,000 for 15 feet. He came back and said he wanted 80,000 for 15 feet. I hesitated on that, and he put the fence up, so I didn't get the 15 feet I thought I possibly could have gotten, but it's a major problem. I invite all of you to come and drive there, see the inside of it. I'll be more than willing to open the door 5 times if necessary to see the property and the inside. It's got the air, it was a tire shop, so all the way through the whole building, the 2 front bays in the back, it's got the air pipe in it, and it's even got the electrical, they're called compressors, I'm sorry. The compressors, it's even got the electrical for the compressors. He's been in business before. He did tires for 17 years at a different location. He does have a location also. I'm sure he can speak on that, but you can see the parking for a C2 which is like entertainment. I had a plumber come. He has a lot of trucks, but every one of them, I had a guy that does exercise stuff, and I had a lot of people look at that building, but the problem is the parking. He's willing to go in there and address that issue and still open it and work. It would be good for the community. It wouldn't bother, the noise would be in the front of the building, which is 35, probably about 100 feet, well, maybe not quite. Yeah, about 100 feet, Because there's 35 in the back, and then from the front to the back, it's 118, I don't know. But there's 2 brick walls even, before the noise even starts for him to do tires.
All right,
Do you wanna?
Yes, my name is Hussein Khalil, 9175 Grafton Road, Carrollton. I just wanted to add to what Carolyn is saying. The building was originally built for a tire shop, like a light automotive. First of all, I've been doing tires. I worked with Goodyear for about 2 years in Dallas. I moved here and we started our own shop in Rockwood. I'm in South Rockwood now, me and my partner, so we're together. And I have a lot of experience in proper disposal of tires and how to keep, our neighbor, when you work in a neighborhood, very important to keep the neighbors happy. You gotta keep them, otherwise you can't do business. So I have a lot of experience with dealing with disposal of tires, keeping the noise down, and the way the building is set up, it's tailor-made it was built for a tire shop. It's air piped inside, the big bay doors. The efficiency that it has is the parking. There's no way you can't park more than 3-4 cars. But with my kind of work, I have a 2-man shop, so I only have 2 employees. and we can park our cars inside. We spoke to Jeff in regard to that. I can park 10 cars inside the building. It's a big building on the inside. So I can park 2 cars inside and still have 5, 6 parking spaces outside with the handicap. Convenient for the customers to be able to park. It consists of, half an hour, 45-minute service for the customers. We have a big waiting room. We have the base, so the customers basically, they pull right into the building. Nobody's gonna be parked outside, no outside parking. And since our neighbor added a fence, it made it really tight, you can't even park, you can barely get in and out. So it's kind of hard to do any kind of retail for what they got it zoned for now. The only reason they changed the zoning because it was vacant, like Karen said. So that building was built for, there's 2 outlets for the compressors, air compressors, the air pipe is all over, the electrical is made for, there's a tire machine there, a balancer, all kind of automotive equipment that we have to dispose of, because I'm not gonna do automotive, I'm just gonna do tires. So that basically, that building is made just for light automotive, which is tires and brakes. And I can't see people going in and out all day. It would be very hard to do that. I would appreciate if you want to consider putting it back to the old zoning, which to allow us to do tire shop. We run a very clean business. We professionals. We have a lot of experience, and I can present all that experience if needed, if requested. As can hopefully we can be allowed to do business in the beautiful city of Romulus.
Is that all you have at this time?
That's it for me, yes.
Right. Thank you.
The master plan, in this part where they had, the master plan calls for residential in that area. My property, the property at 6363, the master plan calls for a residential single home. I can't see that. Not in that building. It's, it was made for a tire shop.
All right, if that's all you have for right now, we'll open it up to the public. If anybody from the public would like to speak on this matter,
You guys
Yes,
can go
please.
sit down.
yep.
Yeah, you can sit down. Give some for them. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did we sit down?
You'll have to give us your name and your address, please.
My name is Christine Kregel.
Wait, it looks like there's some.
My address is 6374 Hyde Park Street. We are directly behind the building. And the person that was spearheading this is now at the moment in the hospital, so I'm taking his place. So I'm probably not going to be as well put together as he was ready to be. I guess.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry about this.
Yeah, we're sorry about that.
Make sure you don't write on this. That's going to be for the official record.
Gotcha.
Yeah, what we have is 2 sheets with signatures on a petition and then a letter. Is that correct?
Yeah. And it explains the reasons we were against it.
All right. Again, I apologize we interrupted you.
No, that's fine.
So I guess let me read this all first, to enter that into the record, and then you can proceed.
Okay.
All right, thank you very
Yeah.
much. So what I have in my hand here is a petition from residents of Sunnyside Acres adjacent properties. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 signatures and addresses, and this will be entered into the public record. At the top of the page, it says, "The purpose of this petition is to contest the consideration of BZA 2025-007, period. Mr. Tire and Brakes requesting a use variance in accordance with Section 22.03, Powers and Duties, D, use variances of the City of Romulus zoning, ordinance to utilize the property as a tire and brake shop, period. The property is zoned C2 General Business where vehicle-related uses are prohibited, period. The property is located at 6363 Middlebelt Road. Parcel ID number is hashtag 80-002-20-4-003. The petition from the residents, Sunnyside Acres, adjacent properties. I don't reckon I need to read all the names.
You don't need to.
Okay,
We'll just
Be
submit
it
that
known,
into the
there's two
official
pages
record.
here, and they have all the same writing on top, but of course, the 15 names. Another letter to the company that accompanies it is it's 2 pages. It's from residents of Sunnyside Acres adjacent properties. To City Zoning Board / City Council, this address, Wayne Road. Subject, opposition to variance request BZA 2025-007 from Mr. Tire and Brake Shop in partly residential area located at 6363 Middlebelt Road. I won't read the parcel ID again, it's the same as what we've already read. The letter reads, Dear members of the Zoning Board, I am writing to formally express my opposition to the requested variance that would allow the establishment of a tire and brake shop within the partly residential area, period. Granting this variance would be detrimental to the surrounding neighborhood and contrary to the intent of zoning regulations, period. I respectfully ask that the board deny the application for the following reasons. 1, noise pollution. Tire and brake shops generate significant noise from power tools, compressors, vehicle engines. These disturbances would disrupt the peace and quiet that residents reasonably expect in a residential area, period. Number 2, traffic, safety, and overflow issues. Such businesses require substantial parking for customers and vehicles awaiting service, period. This would increase vehicle traffic and delivery trucks, period. The overflow would cause traffic going in and out frequently, disturbing street traffic and causing accidents. Number 3, hazardous waste and environmental risk. Operations of this nature produce used tires, oils, fluids, and chemicals that require specialized disposal, period. Any mishandling could contaminate soil or groundwater, while stockpiled tires present both pest and fire hazards, period. Page 2 reads, number 4, air quality and odors. Tire dust, brake dust, exhaust fumes, and chemical odors will degrade the local air quality and create health risks, especially for children, seniors, and those with respiratory conditions, period. 5, property value impact. The introduction of an auto repair facility in a partly residential area would negatively impact surrounding property values and deter potential home buyers, period. Number 6, precedent and zoning integrity. Granting this variance would set a precedent for allowing other incompatible commercial uses in residential zones, undermining the city's zoning framework and long-term planning goals, period. 7, fire and safety hazards. Tires, oils, solvents present elevated fire risks. Residential areas are not equipped to manage these safety hazards, period. Hazards safely, period. Number 8, loss of residential character and quality of life. Approving this variance would permanently alter the character of the neighborhood, reducing the quality of life for residents who depend on a safe, peaceful environment, period. For these reasons, I strongly urge the zoning board to uphold the existing zoning protections and deny this variance request. Our community's health, safety, property values, and quality of life depend on thoughtful and consistent land use decisions. Thank you for your attention and for your service to this community. Respectfully submitted. It's unsigned, but I imagine these are the signatures
These
that
people all
were.
signed one of those too.
Okay, thank you very much for that. That's all entered in officially into the record at this point. Carol, I'll give this to you after the meeting,
Thank you.
and you may continue, please.
Well, like I said, the person spearheading this is in the hospital at the moment, so. I guess there was a tire place there before, and there was tires behind, and I guess there was, rainwater to stay in it, mosquitoes, and much more rats and things like that. The noise at different hours, and there was other issues. All of them, I'm not sure of, because I didn't live there at the time. He did, but like I said, he's not here. I just, when I sit at the kitchen table, I look out, we have a fence across our backyard, and they're right there, and they've already started moving tires in. And the other day I watched them, so I don't know what that was, but I just don't want a tire place right there with, I've been around enough tire places, know there's a smell and there's a dust, and our kitchen window's right there. And I don't want that there. It just, it's a nice quiet, look out and watch the squirrels run around. I don't want to listen to the noise or the smell. Did you want to say anything?
Yeah, I'd just like to say.
You have to please approach the mic and give your name and address, please. No,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
give your name and address, please.
You have to, talk into the microphone,
My name is
please.
Sal, last name is Mehdi, and my address is 6067 North Vernon Street, Dearborn Heights, Michigan. And I'm the owner of the property next door to the tire shop at 6397 Middlebelt Road. So my parking lot and their parking lot are like together. I just wanted to ask, I had agreed for my property that I'm gonna do like some kind of strip plaza where I can have like retail shops or restaurants or something, renting my plaza. And I bought that property for that indication. Now, having a tire shop beside me is just, to me, is destroying my plan and destroying my dreams, because who's gonna open a Subway shop when there is a tire shop inside, I have 7,000 square foot shop. And now I don't know what to do with it. So if that's the case, I may apply to use my property for a mechanic shop or for car rental place. Something has to do with cars too. And I think that's something that I should be able to obtain, since I can't do what I wanted to do.
And your property is on the...
That's my comments. I'm
So you're-
not the type of person who like to object on anything, I wish everybody luck.
So
But
your property-
sometimes it's just, you're in that position.
So just to clarify, your property is the old Windy 8 Hardware on the corner of Beverly and Middlebelt?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. That's just for the record. Thank you. Does anybody else from the public like to speak on this subject? Gentleman in the blue t-shirt, please. Give your name and address, please.
Hi, I'm Jerry Cagle. I'm at 6350 Hyde Park, and the property they're talking about, George buys, it's right behind my house. And I agree with Mr. Harper. We don't need that environment. I've got my signature on the bill there.
I got you.
Should be the second or third one in. That's all I got.
All right, thank you, sir. Gentlemen?
I'd just like to add a couple of things. In regard to Sal, he's the owner of the property next door. So there's a issue Carolyn mentioned. He wants to buy the building, he wants the building. And I know this is off, it has nothing to do with what we're discussing. But there's a personal issue, and she can explain it better than me. I think all these objections are coming from her directly. I met with a lot of the neighbors. I drove up and down, I talked to people, they're excited, they can't wait till we get there. I don't know where they get these numbers from, what the names they're talking, the signs and all that. I'm just saying, it could be anything, but he's behind this whole thing, honestly, I'm telling you the truth. This man is, if you look at his parking lot, you look at our parking
So
lot.
so that's speculation for outside this forum. That we can't speak to. All we can speak to is the zoning variance tonight.
Yeah. Behind the building of my property, there's a pole barn, and next to it is a garage. There's not a house behind my building. And as far as tires and rats and that was before I bought it. I bought this property, and it never got open. I bought it December of '24. I took possession of it May 6th of '25. So prior to that, I have no idea about mosquitoes and tires in the back. But I must say that the DTE had a pile of tires in front of all along Middle Belt. There's still a pile of tires on the other side of the street because they had a pipe that they put the tires on, which they blocked my whole area, and they had all these tires, but I don't know nothing about what happened before me. I don't know what happened before me, but if you're putting in a restaurant or a Subway into the hardware store, gas stations have Subways and food and coffee and donuts and everything in them, along with the gasoline and the exhaust and cars coming in and out and all that. So I can smell down the street, but I don't even know where it's at, but I smell pizza all the time. There must be a pizza place around me because I certainly do smell pizza. He had said to me at one time, he wanted to put a hotel there. And he also wanted me to buy his property instead of me buying this property. I told him when he said that to me, I didn't even know his property was for sale. I had no idea it was for sale. So I have no idea of all that, but we have drove around the neighborhood to, see what's going on around the neighborhood. But, people seem, and people have stopped on my property while I was there working and cleaning it and painting it. As you can see, what it looked like before and, did some paint. A lot of the neighbors stopped by and they're all excited about it's going to be opened. I'm sure not everybody, because we can't agree on everything, that's for sure. But the best thing for that building really would be a tire shop. Even if they don't do brakes there, which is automotive, they had no intentions of doing anything, but when you have the tire off and you see the brakes are real bad, change the brakes, and basically that's it. As far as the noise in the back of there, there's a pole barn, and you can see that. There's a pole barn
I
and
pulled
there's a
that up on my
garage.
phone, yes.
And then you have 35 feet till the building, and then you have 2 brick walls before you even get to them working. If you're hearing the tools, then you're hearing the trucks and motorcycles and cars that need a muffler on Middle Belt.
I listen to trains all the time myself, so.
And
So
yeah.
I look at this pole barn in my Google Earth here, and I see they got the setbacks, but what you realize, you gotta remember, that's a residential property, and that was an approved build.
Yeah,
So
no,
that's
I'm not complaining
it doesn't-
about it.
The fact that there's a pole barn behind your property has nothing to do with what we're here doing here tonight.
No, but I'm saying there isn't a house back, I was only, no, I wasn't.
Right, but it's
disproving
still
it.
a-
I'm just saying there wasn't a house there.
But it's still abutting a residential property.
I'm sorry?
It still abuts a residential property.
It's still a buzz?
It's next to, it shares the property line with residential.
And I've talked to that guy. That guy that is on that property, he's come over. He's got a secret little fence that comes into my property. And he's come over and talked to us. Actually, to me and my business partner, Jim Brady. He's a nice man.
All right, do you have anything else you'd like to add to this? I open it up to questions of the board members.
I'm sorry?
I'm going to open it up to questions from the board.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Green, do you have any questions at this point?
Not right now.
No. Thank you, sir. Mr. Gilboyce?
Yeah, in regards to like tire storage, how often would you dispose of your tires? Because they do become an environmental hazard and a nuisance hazards for, you know, the animals that are in the residential part. Is there gonna be tire storage there? Are they gonna stack up? Do you get rid of them daily, weekly, monthly? How many would you have at one time?
We have a big bay door on the side, and we store everything inside.
Everything inside, nothing to be outside?
I'm willing to sign off on it because they're under consignment. If they see tires outside ever, take a picture and I'll close the place down. We never put tires outside, especially in wintertime in Michigan. All our work is inside. And regardless of the noise, our compressors are in the front. There are not gonna be no compressors in the back room. That's gonna be just for new tires in the back. It's enclosed, you can't even see it. And the fence that's behind us is almost 7 feet tall. It's 6 feet tall. It's wood fence. You can't see nothing unless you climb over and look. And again, I did speak to a bunch of neighbors. Honestly, I'm just shocked what all these numbers came from. I'm just in shock.
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a bit.
We have a great response from a lot of the neighbors. They already ordered tires from us, and we thought that there's no problem because there was a tire shop. We just moving shelving and stuff in there. But we never thought any neighbor would complain. There might be some, but the experience she told me after he found out I'm buying the building, he approached her very, very nasty way. He treated her very wrong. He tried to take advantage of this lady.
Again, we can't speak to that
Yeah.
in this forum tonight. That's, we're not gonna go there.
He
So-
will store everything inside, all our work is inside, there'll never be work, we have 2 bays on the front, and our cars will put right in, the doors closed, we'll do our work inside. And my other shop will do the same thing in South London.
Do we have any information from city council on this?
No, we would make a recommendation.
No. No,
Even-
the
This is just
city
variance.
council is not involved in
Even
this.
if the,
This decision's up to this board.
Right.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
it seems like the biggest problem here is a zoning issue. Over the years, it's been zoned C2, but we've allowed a tire repair shop in that same facility.
Actually, the zoning is a little confusing.
Yeah.
The two C of Os, as I outlined in your letter, the two C of Os that were issued, the building was built in the 60s. The individual that built it, which we believe probably was for a tire shop, did receive a C of O in
66.
What did I say in there? 66. So also in 1976, which we are unsure if the property was zoned, back in 61, the property was zoned C1, but that's when it was Romulus Township. So it's kind of, you're not really looking at the same thing. In 71, when the city recently became a city, it's unclear whether the property was C2 or C3. A C of O for Middle Belt Tire Service was issued in 1976. From then on, the property's been C2, but that use, we don't know how long it stayed. It could have come and gone. Over the years, there was some illegal occupancy in there and auto repair running. The neighbors can probably tell us more than what we know. A lot of enforcements, and in around 2016, it kind of hit a head, and it did become vacant for a while. Clearly, the status that they had from 1976 was long gone, even though we don't know how long that operated, but.
So in the master plan, we're coming up with a new master plan. We're going to stick to this particular type of zoning.
The master plan and zoning are different, as you know, so she is right. The master plan's got, the two little sites right at the corner are master plan, the future use. If these uses were to ever go away, they get filled in with residential. And right next to this then is some multiple as you go further north on, and then obviously the residential to the east. We are updating it right now. If that got changed from the single family, it's an area that we're gonna talk about for changing the land use map, but it probably would be changed to just the general commercial, what it's zoned for right now, the C2, which would not allow the automotive uses.
It's pretty specific what's allowed.
I mean, the zoning, absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah, the C2 does not allow vehicle uses.
All right, thank you.
So, and the argument they're trying to make is because the building, you know, back in the 60s was built for that. But as you know, as you're seeing from your review from the consultants, you know, there's other factors that come into play with these things when zoning does change.
One of the issues that brought up was parking. Has anybody noticed the tire shop at Wayne and Ecorse? Wayne Road and Ecorse, tire repair shop? Their parking is Ecorse Road. I just thought I'd bring that up for comparison.
So we can park on Middleborough?
So,
No,
go ahead, Mr. Chairman.
what's that?
Go ahead.
No, I'm done, all right. She asked a question.
Absolutely not. So, Mr. Chandler, thank you very much. Mr. Lloyd?
So, I guess more of a comment than a question. You know, use variances are pretty unique, and you really have to provide enough information to suggest that the current zoning, you have hardships meeting the intent of the current zoning with the current situation. And I know you've stated quite a few things about the fencing that's been put up by your neighbor and the limited parking situation. And then, you know, you hear Carol's comments about, well, you know, 40 years ago plus, there was, the building was used for a particular purpose, but since then it's been zoned differently. And so what we do is we sit and we listen to say, okay, have we heard enough hardships to suggest that the building can't be used for its current zoning purposes? And to be frank, I've heard some challenges that the property presents, but not enough for me to say that it can't be used for its intended C2 purpose today. So that's just my comment.
In the paperwork from the analysts, they said that it was used as a tire shop up until 2016. And that would be on, let's see, that would be, on page 2 in the second, the site was deemed to be vacant, and at that time, it lost its, so up until 2016, it was used as auto and.
It was used with enforcements that went along with it. There was no C of O issued. So basically what he was reporting was, you know, the site's got a history of minor automotive repair, including certificates of occupancy issued in 66 and 76, and enforcements for unauthorized occupancy. But according to city staff, the site has lost all legal non-conforming land use status. So basically what he was reporting is that in that time period, 80s, 90s, all the way through to 2016, on and off, there was use but never approved use. So, but it, like I said, it hit ahead in 2016, and the building was deemed vacant by the building department, and therefore any use that were to reoccupy needed to comply with the ordinance or do what you're doing and seek approval.
I'll add to that. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, go ahead, no, please.
I guess I'll add to that, and I'll say, so your position is the building is ripe for the operation that you guys are looking forward to.
It's only been used for that.
Well, understood. You're saying the building is set up very well for that usage, but that's not why a use variance is granted. A use variance is granted when the intended use cannot be reasonably met. So those are different things. You see what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
So a use variance is granted when the intended use of the zoning cannot be reasonably met. And so that's different than the building is set up perfectly for what you guys want to use it for. That doesn't mean that the building cannot be reasonably used for the intended zoning.
So it could be used for entertainment, retail, a pool hall, but where would you park? I mean, really, for all that stuff, where would you park? How would
Those
you
kind of
be able
uses wouldn't fit. I think what Mr. Lloyd is saying is, you look at the whole list of uses allowed in the C2 district.
Right, yeah.
And if there's any there that could work, for example, a small office, a small studio, something where there's only 1 or 2 employees, something that the few parking spots, we don't even know how many parking spots are on the site, that, you know, that could be accommodated. That's what you would need to prove. You would need to prove that every single use on that list would not be able to be accommodated.
That's exactly right. And I think you started on that path by explaining some of the folks who you've talked to who had some intended uses that just didn't seem to work for them. But to say that all of the possible uses are a challenge, I don't think that, for me personally, I don't think that I've heard that level of detail just yet. I don't know if any of you guys feel differently.
I agree.
All right, do you have anything else you'd like to?
No, sorry. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Green, back to you, sir.
I'm good now.
You're good? All right. Does anybody else have any questions?
No, sir.
No.
Carol, is there anything else you'd like to speak to on this?
Oh, I think you guys have covered it. Nice summary, Mr. Lloyd.
That was very nice. I guess a motion is in order?
It does say on this paper from, what's his name, from the analyst,
Carlisle and Wortman.
I'm sorry?
It's Carlisle and Wortman.
That's
And
our
associates.
That's our planning consultant, Carlisle Wortman Associates.
Yeah.
Possibly more proof. Is it possible that we could bring more information and more proof and a better?
Presentation.
What did you do on paper? It does say in almost every comment that he makes, almost every comment that they make, they ask for, to consider additional evidence of such, and to provide more evidence. I'm asking you, would you consider more evidence that we could bring?
So, Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Mr. Lake?
Motion to postpone BZA-2025-007, Mr. Tire and Brakes, Section 22.03, Powers and Duties, Use Variance of City of Romulus zoning ordinance to utilize the property as a tire and brake shop pending more evidence of hardship from Mrs. Aretano and her partner.
If I could, well, make a, somebody needs to do a second, then we can discuss it.
I second that.
Okay, for discussion purposes. You might want to be clear with them what type of
That's right.
information would be helpful for you for your findings. And second of all, perhaps from a time frame standpoint, because we do have residents that we do have to notify, to make sure that we get them notified. What honestly might be better is to make your findings, vote, and then if they do want to reapply with additional information, which will again be reviewed by the consultant, and then they can make a decision whether they want it heard again, then we would republish and, you know, get the neighbors notified again. We'd kind of go through it again.
So with that said, a motion's already been made.
Right.
And seconded. This one we have to vote on.
Yep, right, you can vote on that, to postpone, and you may want to do that. But just, I would recommend be clear to them in terms of the findings, what kind of findings that you may be looking for that,
And a time frame.
in a timeframe.
All right, so, Mr. Lloyd, with that information, amend your motion,
Sure.
please, and then we can move forward with that.
Sure. I'll amend the motion stated to allow Ms. Aretano and her partners more time to bring forth evidence that suggests that there aren't conforming uses for the property, that there aren't impeding negative impacts to the neighboring communities. And I would suggest that we reconvene within, let's say, I don't know, 90 days or so?
The timing isn't that much of an issue, because it's up to them
Fair.
as to when they get it. But we do have to go through the same process again of notifying.
The
So
residents,
let's say, for example, and that's why giving her a little bit more direction as to what to get. She's gonna have a time period of when that has to come in and be reviewed before we notice again. So there may not be time, for example, for this to be heard in November. In fact, I can guarantee you there won't be, because I think we publish the end of this next week. So there won't be time to review that evidence. But that's okay, keeping it open, and then once we get it, once it goes back to the consultant, gets reviewed, then we publish again, and
So, Carol, based on any time frame that's given the postponement, pending more information, all of the signatures and petition would be valid,
oh, absolutely,
forward.
absolutely,
They're
that would continue right along with
still
that.
applicable
Right,
to this
right,
request,
right.
because it's only been postponed. So all these
Right.
would still stand.
Right, that would all stand.
Oh. So, Mr. Lloyd, do you have
No, I guess I need a little bit help with the timeframe portion of it.
I don't think that timeframe's
Okay.
an issue. I think you
Okay.
did a great job adding that little blip about what you're looking for. And that's more time to bring forth evidence that conforming uses will not work there.
Correct.
So once that information comes in
Then we can
and
move
we
forward
review
from there.
it, then we'll say, okay, we're ready to go, let's rehear it.
Okay, so,
And you will be notified.
back to business at hand. With the amendment to the motion that Mr. Lloyd made, seconded by Mr. Gabois, we're up for a roll call vote. Mr. Lloyd,
Yes.
Mr. Gabois,
Yes.
Mr. Green,
Yes.
Mr. Chandler,
Yes?
chair votes yes also. Right. You've been postponed, pending more information come in, and then we can get you back on the schedule and bring it back and reopen the,
Thank you.
yep.
Thank you. And we can, just off the wall question, we can go to neighbors, get signatures?
Yeah.
That's okay, right? Okay.
Sure.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, it would be like letters in support of type thing, yes.
Right,
Thank you for your
Yeah,
time.
that's perfectly allowable and acceptable.
Thank you.
Thank you.
okay,
Yep.
good.
Thank you, Mr. Lloyd. Thank you, Mr. Gabois.
Yeah, good job.
I'll say, moving forward is item number 7, communications, and the city planner's status report.
You have the status report in front of you with some projects coming in. As of right now, I'm not sure if any of these are going to be coming your way or not. We're in the throes of a couple bigger ones. New Mawa Express is a trucking company down on Middle Belt Road. We're reviewing that site plan. Project Genron, for some of you that have been around, and remember the McLean Food Service at the corner of Warman and Genron. This is it's a similar use,
So
food
that's-
service again. That's a site plan that Planning Commission will probably see possibly by the end of the year. But they may need some variances. They did the first go-around. Jerry, I'm not sure that you were on planning or BZA when they came first time around, but they have 3 corners. So they're Warman, Genron, and 275. So in the past, they needed setback variances. I'm not sure if they do on this one or
So
not.
I was in on the McLean Food Service.
Well, okay, you remember it then.
Yeah, I remember that
Yep,
one.
Similar
I've been
development.
wondering whatever happened to it. I see McLean trucks at like 7-Elevens and stuff.
Right, right. Yep, similar type development, cold storage. So,
Big cold storage.
Well, that gets into some things because the refrigeration type is
Right.
ammonia-based.
Yeah.
So I know that's been trouble in the past, but that's been cleared up as far as what is perfectly safe and acceptable.
sure,
So one quick.
I guess.
I think there might be another comment from the attendees. Should we wait till after the
Oh, did you want to
I
go?
just want to clear something.
Okay,
if I can.
so
I
what
don't
we'll
think
do-
that-
we'll-
It's not, it has nothing to do with everything, but I just want to clear one thing.
Okay, one second. So what we have to do, you guys are, why don't we move discussion down to public comment? I just want to make sure that our recording secretary is hearing that we're going to jump from 7 and kind of go down to 8, which is discussion, and you're going to entertain some public comment.
So communications has been paused,
Yep,
and we'll go to discussion number 8.
which is going to be public comment.
All right, so this portion of the public meeting will be number 8, discussion.
Yep, so you can come up to the podium and give your name and
Name and
address and
address,
all that
please.
again.
To say, first of all, this is a public meeting, and I was invited to it. I didn't come on my own. I was invited and I came. Now, it wasn't personal against anybody. It was just something that has to do with my benefits, with my business benefits. No, I heard some stuff that they're accusing me personally. I did not.
That's not what we're here to discuss.
Right.
No. That's not what we're here to discuss. At this point, I have to say, you already had your chance to speak. You'll have your chance to speak again when this comes back.
No problem.
Okay, so, but we're not here to do any of that. Trust me
I
on
just wanted to
this.
say it wasn't personal at all.
Okay, we appreciate that, but that's not a discussion for this meeting tonight. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll go back to number 7, communications. City planners report.
Right, so were there any other questions on any of these other developments on here?
I got a question. What's going on with that hotel on Middle Belt last time?
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. You have a good evening.
That new hotel that they're building on Middle Belt that they're waiting for the
Evan
trusses for?
Hotel,
Yeah, nothing's being done over
Right,
there.
I'll have, Jeff is at a conference.
Yes,
Thank
have a
you.
good evening.
Jeff is at a conference, but I can have him call you on Monday when he gets back. There's been some problems with the construction.
Okay.
So I'm
I
not
just
sure where
wondered,
he's
it
at.
was
He's been
just-
in court with it. I'm not sure where,
Yeah,
if
that-
there is any kind of stop on it or not, but Jeff is dealing extensively with it.
So speaking to that project that you're referencing, that was brought up during the last planning commission meeting.
Yeah.
The question was asked about roughly the same thing,
Yeah.
and we were given some details, and
I was here, I think we came to a meeting, or we heard something about the trusses were coming, but there had to be some plywood replaced, maybe
it
because
was,
of
yes,
weather.
they were doing all that.
And it's just sat. I haven't seen any movement over there, and I drive by it all the time, and I was just wondering.
Yeah.
You know.
Jeff, he definitely knows what's going on with that.
Yeah, I'll call him, I'm just
Yeah.
curious.
All right, no, I personally don't have any questions.
I don't have none either.
I'm good. All right, no questions on status report?
No.
All right, gentlemen, we will move forward with adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
I second it.
Mr. Lloyd, motion to adjourn. Mr. Gaboy, seconds.
Yep.
All right, that goes to a roll call vote. Mr. Lloyd,
Yes.
Mr. Gaboy,
Yes.
Mr. Green,
Yes.
Mr. Chandler.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, meeting is adjourned.